What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Killer TV, Best Conversations Podcast. Ah man, Zoom. Who would ever think we'd be going back to Zoom? But man, it's a really special guest today. So I had to do this Zoom. Man, I've been admiring this brother from afar for well over a year now. And man, we was able to connect, man. Best Conversations Podcast, man. Welcome everybody. My partner, the guy Watts, that's doing his thing, CJ Williams from Culturalist Theory, man. How you doing, brother?
Man, I can't complain, bro. I'm glad to be here, family. I appreciate the invite.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you for accepting it, man.
No doubt.
Let's go and get to it straight from the top, man. CJ, where you from, brother?
Man, I was born in New York, but raised in Nashville. So I claim Nashville. I've been there most of my whole life.
Okay, sound like me too. I was born in New York, but raised in North Carolina, so I totally get it. I totally get
Yeah.
it, man. Um, it seems like from afar, I thought you had to be like from New Orleans or something, man, because I didn't think anybody was as passionate about No Limit as me that's not from there, but that definitely describes like the impact the Tank had on a lot of us that wasn't even from New Orleans.
Facts, man. Being from just the South period, bro. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
definitely reached my area. So me, all my homies, the city, Tennessee period, I'm sure, was definitely heavy on the Tank. Probably 96 is kind of when it started to bubble. I was in middle school. I started to hear about them. And then 97 and then 98 happened and it was a wrap. It took over. It took on my whole existence, bro. I was heavy in it. Heavy.
Well, what's crazy with me, CJ, right? I don't know nothing about No Limit in '96. I was only 11. Didn't know nothing about it. Well, whatever. I think Make 'em Say came out '97, sometime in '97,
Late 97.
late
Yep.
'97, right? I'm 12 years old, and around this time, we just listen to what's ever on the radio. Me personally, I'm only listening to what's on the radio,
Yep.
what's ever rocking. But the first time I heard Make 'em Say it was the very first time I realized, like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
And how can I buy that? Can like I want to know what that is. So that was my introduction to the Tank. I never paid much attention to No Limit before that, or really hip hop that wasn't in the mainstream
Right.
back then. So yeah, man. So that was my introduction to the Tank. But then we get to '98. I'm in middle school.
Yep.
My God, everybody is No Limit fanatics, man. Like one of my homeboys was Mystical. I'm a Silk the Shocker guy, man.
Okay.
I'm a Silk the
Okay.
Shocker guy, man. Charge It to
Yeah.
the Game. A lot of people don't like me saying this, but it's like top five, one of my favorite albums of all time.
Ooh.
Like Charge It to the Game is it. And then the follow up with that made, man, was just
Fire. Yeah. Listen, man,
like
Silk
crazy.
get a bad rap, man. We just on our Patreon, bro. I put Q on, that's my co-host with Culturalist Theory. I put her on the albums that she's never heard. And
Mm-hmm.
we just did Silk Charge to the Game. So that
Yeah.
was her first time hearing it. And it was fun playing it back. It had been a while since I spun it, but that was one of my favorites too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, it's my favorite one on there, and I was trying to figure out who the hell was that singing the hook that um and what's that one? It got that crazy hook.
On Charge to the Game?
Yeah, charge it to the
I don't
game.
want to be here if I don't gotta. Yeah, that's that man. Come on now.
I don't
Come
want
on
to
now.
be here if I don't gotta. My
Woo.
drug
Yeah, that's
habit so
Fiend.
close. That's Fiend on the hook.
Yeah, man. Laced it.
I kind of figured now when I went back and listened to Mac's album recently,
Yeah, that Be All You Can Be is on there.
Be All You Could Be, and I was like, oh, I said, that's
Yeah.
Fiend on the hook. I was wondering who that was back then,
Yep.
because that don't even
Two.
sound like Fiend for real. On
It
that,
don't. It don't. But those are two very similar songs, and
right?
those are No Limit Negro spirituals right there.
Absolutely,
I take my hat off and salute when that come on.
yeah,
Like them joints, those go crazy, and Silk snapped on there too.
yeah, absolutely. So, culturalist theory, man. How in the hell did this happen, man? Like, how did you know the culture needed this? How did you know this?
Man, listen. So I'm a big fan of list and ranking content, and there's two channels that have been doing them for years: Watch Mojo and Looper,
Mm-hmm.
and they do these type lists, but they never do black stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always, it's Friends, it's
Mm-hmm.
Elvis, it's,
Yeah.
well,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But but I'm like, yo, where's the Pac list? Where's the
Yeah.
Brandy list? Where like
Yeah.
they don't do none of that.
Yeah.
And so instead of sitting back and complaining about it, I was like, man, what if we just did it ourselves?
Yeah.
And so, I tested it out. I remember the first script I wrote was Rick Ross albums ranked. Just random.
That's a
I
good.
know.
That's a good one to start with. That's a
That's
good
a
one. That's a good one to start with,
because
bro.
Rose, he know how to put a project together, right? So
Probably,
that was the
probably
very first
top.
one.
Probably top five greatest discographies in hip hop.
I'm
Like,
not mad at that. I'm not
yeah,
mad at that. It's
yeah,
strong.
it's very strong.
So that was kind of the very first concept, and I sent it to Q like, yo, proofread this. Like, what you think of this? Because that's my homie from work. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, what you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, nah, it's fire. Like, let's run it. And that was, bro, I found the email. That was in 2015 when I sent her that email, like, proofread this list. And I didn't get the channel started until 2022. It's a whole lot of procrastinating, whole lot of trying to get my people involved. Sometimes, man, you try to get the homies on the team and everybody looking at you like, what is
Like,
this?
what is
And
this? Right.
yeah, so you kind of
I
you
know.
kind of drag your feet a little bit. And then 2022, I was like, man, let's just go full speed ahead. And Q was the first one that was like, shit, how can I help? And that's it. It's been up from there.
Wow. It, what is your background like? You come from writing, like, because you write it so you write. I think that what makes your which I do so well because you can tell it's well thought out and wrote well. Do you have a writing background?
Man, not professionally. Like I remember in school, creative writing was my favorite subject. Used to
Mm-hmm.
love creative writing back in the day. And then you combine that with my love for music. My high school was the only high school that had a studio, had
Mm-hmm.
a music school. I mean, had a music class in it. And
Okay.
so all my, I know all the cats that was in the studio making the beats and making the music. So I would always hang out and post up with them. And so I like to see the behind the scenes. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm the dude when I get the No Limit albums, I'm reading the liner notes. I got the Source magazine coming every month. I
Mm-hmm.
got the Double XL in the mail every month. Like I'm reading and I'm really just up on all of that. So we wanted to do our version of the Source
Mm-hmm.
essentially as it relates to music opinion and kind of just the cultural commentary. So that's why, even though it is Q and I, we're the faces of it, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We saw early on that if it's just us two doing all of this, the writing and the reading, and man, we have a ceiling. The ceiling is very low if it's just us two. So
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to build it out more like a team. And people know culturalist theory the same way they looked at the Source whenever it gave 5 mics, or the same way you look at Double XL when they gave a Double XL. Those were different writers,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
nobody really. It was the Source gave it 5 mics, not
Right.
John Smith or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be.
Right.
So we wanted to be a respected voice in a game like that, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're working toward.
Yeah, man. It's really have grown so tremendously. And it's just like people like us that love lists
Yeah,
and you in them comments too. Like I don't know
yeah,
if
for
it's, I
sure.
don't know, I don't know if it's you or whoever it
It
is.
is.
Yeah, that's in those comments, even like debate me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like your Max album is the number one No Limit album of '98. Like, and I thought you was crazy because I'm gonna be real, CJ. Like, I wasn't up on Mac. Like,
ooh,
I was the A list No Limit type guys.
for sure.
Like the front line,
P,
Silk,
Silk, yeah,
C Murder, Mia
yep,
X,
yep.
Mystical. That's why that's the only people I played. I to this
That's the
day
starting lineup right
that's the
there.
starting lineup, right?
Uh-huh.
I never got into Cain and Abel unless they was on those it's no limit so
Soldier songs.
yeah on the soldier songs you would
Yeah.
hear them, but was never videos for those soldier songs. You to this day I don't even know what some of them people look like. And, and so when you said that was number one, I was just
Yeah,
like I didn't get it.
yeah,
And man, I went back and listened recently. I said, oh, Mac is really that guy, man.
yeah.
I
He is.
had no clue. I had
That's that's good feedback, man. I appreciate that because that's kind of what part of the purpose was to these lists. Because man, you don't know how many times we've heard, "Damn, I ain't know Snoop had that many projects. Let me go check some of these out that you got toward the top." Or,
mm,
"Dang, I didn't know I slept on that soldier and you got him in the top 10. Let me check that out." And people are rediscovering things like
absolutely,
all over again because it's new to you.
absolutely,
It don't matter if it came out 95, 98, 01.
absolutely.
if you ain't heard it, it's new, so it's refreshing, but it's got that sound from back in the day, and it reminds us of simpler times, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. So
absolutely.
that's kind of that's good feedback. I appreciate that, but that's what we're going for.
Yeah, man, I was highly surprised on, and just because I didn't know this is what it was, right? I didn't know that actually those albums actually came out. I just thought it was just he had them all on the book, and it was like coming soon. But I didn't know a
Yeah,
lot of that stuff actually really came out.
yeah, no, for sure. Some didn't, some did, and that's another thing. We put a list together of the top 10. No, it might have been more than 10. We ranked the ones that never came out that got dates.
Mm-hmm.
We ranked those like just based on, hype and kind of potential. And I think that list was 15, 16 deep of albums
Wow.
that had covers,
Mm-hmm.
release dates, the whole nine, and never dropped. So it's easy to get lost in the sauce back then.
I'm trying not to make this whole interview about No Limit, but I
Hey.
love No Limit. But did you listen to a lot of those albums in real time back then?
Yeah, I listen from 97 when I could actually like buy my own CD and when I was a freshman. From
Mm-hmm.
97 to '01, I bought 52 No Limit albums in a row.
Wow.
So I was weekly. I had a shout out to I grew up in North Nashville. There was a store called Soundstream, and I was close enough to walk to it. And they would sell the CD. He would sell them Friday when he got them in before Tuesday was supposed to come out. He'd
Mm-hmm.
sell them Friday, 13.99, 15.01 after tax. And every Friday, I was up there like clockwork getting the new No Limit album. It didn't matter what. If the tank was on the back, it was cop. No questions asked. So
Wow.
I was listening to him in real time, man. I listened to him crazy. So those No Limit lists, every No Limit list that we have on the channel, which is several, I've wrote all of them because literally I've been writing that my whole life. I just didn't
Mm-hmm.
know it.
Wow. Yeah, that is so crazy. I didn't know that you actually got those in real time. Because yeah, like I said, I didn't a lot of that stuff I didn't check out.
Yeah.
And because of your great list, man, I went and back and checked out so much of this stuff, and I was like, wow, these guys are pretty good. Like the Big Ed the Assassin.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Solid.
I never even heard of him at
Yeah.
all. And it's crazy. What's crazy is like how many records they even sold because it was so regional, but it's still kind of some a lot of that stuff still went gold and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did. Listen, 1998 is an insane year, bro. 23 albums they released. Maybe double digit went platinum, probably 8, 9 went gold. It's an insane feat. And Q and I are working on a
Soundtracks.
very special project related to 1998. We keeping that close to the vest, but we working on it as we speak, and we're super excited for people to see it, man. Like it's gonna be really, really, really dope because we'll never see that again, bro.
No,
Period.
no, no.
Not even close. So we got to commemorate it somehow.
I told I was arguing on my podcast and I told my brother who's my co-host that I think 98 is the greatest year in hip hop. Me personally.
I ain't mad at that.
I what for me, I think it is from everything P was doing to the really the merge of down south kind of hitting the getting kind of big with Cash Money coming up, and that was
Outcast.
that was Jay-Z's breakout year,
Yep.
DMX breakout year, a young Ja Rule
Yep.
is kind of bubbling, and we can't
Puff.
yeah,
Bad boy doing all
bad
that.
boy. I think I can imagine what the music industry, these record labels, the money they generated in 98, 99, because that's right on the cusp before the all the MP3 and downloads come
Yeah, Napster and all
and,
that.
and come
Yeah.
fuck all the money up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come fuck all the money up. Um, from you being from Nashville, how happy was you when Young Buck broke?
Oh, that was hey man, listen. That was good because and he named the album straight out of Cashville. That was love. And Buck had so he and another artist named D Tay, they were a group back in the day. So they were bubbling. So I
Mm-hmm.
get people all the time asking, like, yo, did y'all know who Buck was? Yeah, we knew who Buck was. He
First
had a group.
appearance was like on the Three Six Mafia album, like back in the day, right?
Yeah, on that 66, 69, yeah.
Right.
Which is a fire
Yeah,
album
yeah. Well,
too.
I love No Limit, but I love Hypnotize Mind as just as much.
You're gonna love. I'm literally working on a Hypnotized Minds list as we speak. I'm doing all of them. It's like
Mm,
20 some albums. We do similar to that No Limit joint. We doing it. I'm doing the same thing with Hypnotized Minds, but we already have a 3-6. So 3-6
mhm,
is up and Project Pat is up. And if
mhm.
I'm not mistaken, I think I had that 66, 69. I think I had that number one because that album. I was outside when that came out, and they would play that in the teen night in the club.
Yeah,
They play
yeah,
6, 7 joints off of that. So
yeah.
yeah, Buck did his he did his thing on that, and then he made his first G Unit appearance on Get Rich or Die Trying, and then
Right,
again on Hunger for More on Lloyd Banks. So yes, we were excited to answer the question. We were excited. He shot I know exactly where he shot that first video at.
right,
East Nashville on Trinity Lane. Like, bro, it was he had the city buzzing. It ended up backfiring, but that's a whole nother story.
right, 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 right.
That's a whole
Well,
nother story.
well, being I'm from North Carolina, so I we got our first break with Petey Pablo and
Yeah.
how that made us feel as a community and how that went crazy.
Mhm.
And then somebody that's my actual age and I'm actually from like near like Fayetteville area. So when J.
Okay.
Cole broke, that was even more crazy. And we like the same age too. So that was even more crazier, man. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
I bought both of those Petey Pablos, and I'm a big J. Cole guy too.
For real. Yeah, it's crazy. I love P. Pablo, but I never bought the album when I was
Yeah, now I feel you.
I never bought it. I love Freaking League. I loved all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I never by that time I was a Jay-Z fanatic by then.
Oh yeah.
Rockefeller fanatic. I see you rocking the hat. So
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's my guy, man. Hove, big Hove guy. Yeah, true that.
really,
Know that.
I think what's cool, man. Places like in the South where we can have appreciation for Southern music and up North music. Like, because some places in the South, you go rural South where they like, man, I don't listen to none of that up North shit. Like,
Facts.
it's just South play me, Pastor Troy,
Yeah.
and
Project Pat.
Project Pat,
Yeah.
shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Where what's the first time that really got you into music?
Man, probably you know what's funny? So I went to up until about the fifth grade, I went to private school.
Mm-hmm.
And so they was on a whole nother way. They on Nirvana, they on Green Day, they
Mm-hmm.
on and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And then I go to public school in the sixth grade and they on Bone, they on P, about it. I'm like, damn, what is this shit hard too? Like, what is this? So the very first one probably was like Bone East 99 that I bought with my own money.
Super
I
classic.
yeah, dumb, stupid, dumb classics. But what's funny, and this may be a little before your time, but back in the day, they used to have this little thing where you could order CDs called Columbia House. They
Oh,
would
come
have these
on.
little mailers.
I'm 40, but yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. You remember that? I
yeah,
don't
I
know if you
remember
remember
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was 12 CDs for $1 or a penny or whatever some
yeah. Yeah.
stupid thing was. And there
Yeah, I
was always a
remember it.
catch.
I remember it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I tried to order I was probably about 12, 13, man. I tried to order all like the doggy style, the chronic. Man, my mama got that
Yeah,
package. It was like, nah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice try. But so she intercepted it. She ended up giving it to me a couple years later when she felt like I could kind of get it. But
Same thing.
yeah.
I remember when me and my brother used to want to do music, and my brother left his rap on the table, and
Hmm.
it was filthy,
Yeah,
played
yeah, yeah.
straight up filthy. And my mom was like, "Oh, that's what type of listen to all on tape." She made us. We from the South, so we had like a little barrel that we would burn stuff in. She threw all our tapes and everything in there, all my No Limit tapes, everything,
Ah,
all in there. Just burned it, man. Just
yeah, that's crazy.
man, very crazy, man. And I mean, they didn't understand it. I guess.
Yeah, nah, and listen, I was too young for the stuff I ordered. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I ordered all like the stuff I thought was on point. The
Mm-hmm.
Dre's, the Snoops, the Too Shorts, the all that. She was like, no, time out. She let me get them about 2 years later when my mind was a little more developed. But so I kind of got it, but it was cool though. But that was my first, probably East 1999, maybe like Warren G first album, like around that time, 95, 96 when I bought my first joint, like on my own.
Mm. Man, yeah. People don't give Bone Thugs their credit because they sold a lot of records, man, and they was like some of the first, mega stars in hip hop. I mean, for Big and Tupac to be looking at them like, oh, we got to go get a Bone feature. Like, fuck that, we got to get a Bone feature. Like, for
Bro,
real, for real.
they're the only rappers or rap groups who have songs with Big, Pac, Easy, and Pun all while they were alive. No
Right,
one else can say that.
right. I wonder why we never got Jay-Z featured off.
That would have been ooh. I don't know. We needed that. That would have been dope.
Definitely when Jay-Z was feel like experimenting with music in on Blueprint 2 with sounds and stuff. I
Yeah.
definitely could have seen like Crazy Bone on Poppin' Tags.
Agreed. 100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had Twister and that would have been perfect.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good that's a good call out, man. I don't know why Hope didn't tap in the bone, man. That would have been a good
Yeah,
look.
that'd have been really solid, man.
Yeah.
With your page, was you surprised on how fast your page has grown and the feedback? Because man, I've been at this thing a while, man, and growing your channel, man. It takes work. It takes a lot of
Facts.
legwork. Are you surprised on how fast this thing has grown?
Man, a little bit. I'm not gonna front. I think we had a strategy when we released. We dropped 3 episodes on the first day, and then we were gonna do weekly from then on. And so the fourth one that pushed us, it was the fourth episode that pushed us over the threshold of being able to get paid and all that crap. And it
Mhm.
was the No Limit 1998 one. And
How many views that currently at?
oh, I gotta check, probably maybe like 70, 80, something like
Mhm.
that. It's not even the number one. Our number one is the Wu-Tang 90s albums ranked. That's our number one video, which is crazy. But
I got a hot take about Wu Tang before we go too.
I have one too. And
I got a real hot, I got a real hot take about Wu Tang. I'm gonna say it now. A lot of people ain't gonna like me, and I've been to Wu Tang concerts and the whole nine, but
yo.
it's really only like three good rappers in Wu Tang. Like for real, it's only maybe four.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is why we had to expand the team because I can't write a Wu-Tang list. I never got into it, bro. I'm not even gonna front. I
Mhm.
could never, it just never connected with me. But I understand they have fan base and I wanted that stuff on the channel.
Mhm.
So I had to make some phone calls and be like, yo, I need somebody that know Wu, man, so they can write these lists because I want to have it on the channel. I think it'd be a dope list. And it turned out to be the biggest one so far. But
And
I never got into them, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I know the mainstream stuff like a lot of us do,
Yeah.
but I'm not like super Wu Tang. But this is what pisses me off because I don't want to hear Silk the Shocker slander. But when you got what's my man the God, what's his name,
My
you
Jizza,
got
oh yeah,
you got
they
you
letting him
got
slide.
you got and River got to be the like you can't talk shit about Silk the Shock if you listen to You God.
I agree.
Like that is like extreme terrible rap.
I can't do it, bro. I'm not
That
even
is
gonna front.
extreme terrible. River, I remember when you had him so low on that list when
They
you
were
did the
killing us
thing.
too.
Now RZA is terrible. Like
That
stick to making beats. Like RZA is definitely terrible.
they were killing us, bro.
You got is god awful.
Yeah,
Like that is awful. Like yeah, you got that verse off on Shay Shay Lagos,
bro.
but yeah,
I
he's
can't get
terrible.
jiggy with that shit, bro. It's just not my taste. That's it. It's just not my taste. I'm not mad at anybody that's into it. Knock
Yeah,
yourself out. I just
yeah,
can't do it though. I get the movement. I get it. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? I understand why they're popular, but bro,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
more of a Bone guy. 3 6. Those was my groups.
Yeah, me too. I'll take 3 6 over Wu Tang
Oh,
all day long. And I definitely look forward to this hypnotized minds. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
man,
cooking it up, man. It's taking me a little minute, man. All these damn little white and
Lil
these
White still dropping
crazy,
albums?
bro. He got like 5, man. So I got to go through and I got to include them. I'm including everything except Project Pat and 3 6 since they have their own list.
Yeah.
Everything else is Gangsta Boo, the Chat, Indo G, all that shit is in there.
Fraser Boy.
Fraser Boy, yep, all that.
Mm,
So I'm going through. I'm putting them in order. It's a little process, but it's fun, man. I love doing this shit.
absolutely. Before I let you go, man,
Yeah.
what's up? Like, I think the first thing that really stood out outside of your great, the way that you would write it was like seeing y'all in studio. We gonna get when we get y'all back in studio. I know that type of shit got to be cost effective. So
Yeah.
I
No,
definitely
it's
understand.
tricky, man. We loved that was one of the things we wanted to do because those channels that I referenced earlier, they all faceless.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really a huge fan of that, to be honest. So we wanted to have our faces shown so people could know that these were real people behind these lists.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of gave like a 106 vibe a little bit. You got the male and female co-host. That was kind of the
It hit,
vibe.
man. It hit, man. Just by me just being a consumer, man. It
Yeah.
hit. You did what you were supposed to do. You gained a fan, so it
Yeah.
worked. It was
That's so
perfect.
that was the thought process in the beginning. It got a little tricky with the studio because we have to be so prepared when we go in. We
Mm-hmm.
have to have 6, 7 scripts ready to go. We be in there 7, 8 hours, bro, at a time. Like it
Wow.
became very taxing. And
Mm-hmm.
you can have all the honey lemon tea you want, man. Throat smoke by the end of it. I'm like, bro, it's much easier now to do them without having to set all it up, and we can turn them around faster. I can have somebody send me a list right now for the clips,
Yeah.
and I can flick it on, and I can record it real quick, have my editor chop it, and I can have that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas I got to book the studio, hope it's open, have a whole day's worth of shit, man. It was it's becoming too much. But to answer your question, we will be showing our faces more on the regular list very soon because that is a priority of mine. I do not want it to be faceless. I'm not a big fan of that.
Let's show some love to your co-host, man. What's she liked to does a lot of the R&B, man. How's it been like working with her?
Man, it's been great, bro. I've known her. She's one of the first people I met when I moved to Atlanta in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
We were working at the same job. We clicked immediately. Like that's my homie. So when I was telling her about the idea, I'm telling you, man, her response, bro. Uh, she was like, "Yo, that's dope. Like, how can I help?" And I was like, huh? Like, how often do we hear that, bro? Like on some
Right.
real talk. And
Yeah.
I'm guilty as well. I got to do better with that. I got to be
Right.
like, yo, how can I help? It make
Right.
me be more conscious.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when she said that, I was like, well, I mean, I got the R&B stuff. Like, I know the R&B pretty well, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't. Just one person.
Right.
I'd rather be at the top of the mountain with a group of us than halfway with by myself. Like, I'm not interested in that. So I'm like, yo, you can help me do this X, Y, and Z. So Q, without her, this we wouldn't be talking right now. Straight up.
Absolutely. Personally, how have your life changed? Like, do you get spotted places? You in Atlanta, so
Yeah.
you know.
It's happened before. I've been recognized kind of in the airport, and just out going on some of these like podcast events, like Black Effect.
Yeah.
Somebody will come up and they'll be like, "Yo, I rock with the channel" or whatever. It's cool. But again, I like the feedback, so I'll be asking questions like, because we just trying to make it better and try to give people what they want, man. And we got really big plans to grow, fam. So like, I really got to know what people think, what people lean into, what they don't like, so we can kind of check these boxes off, man. Because we trying to make it a big deal, bro.
I think the last one of the last comments I wrote on the page was, "Can I get a disturbing the peace list?"
Ooh,
That
ooh,
I think,
hey, I'm gonna write that down, bro. You ain't
yeah,
talking about listen, because that's a good one. I
yeah.
love it.
I didn't.
People hated my ludicrous list too.
What's Ludacris album you had number one?
Release therapy.
Great album, but I don't think it's better than Word of Mouth. Personally, I don't think
I
it's
had,
better than
but
Word of
see,
Mouth.
this is the one list that if I could do over, I would. I had word of mouth sixth,
Wow.
and this is the one list I would do over because I had the wrong mind frame when I was doing it,
Yeah.
and that's where I messed up. That's the one list we've got 150, 160 lists. That's the one I would redo.
Gotcha.
So one day I got to do that because you're right. Word of mouth is I was dead wrong. I got to
Yeah.
redo that. Matter of fact, I need to redo that. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, but I didn't know how, you know, thanks to streaming, you get to go back and listen to albums that you wouldn't back then spend your hard-earned money on. And back
Facts.
then, I'm not wasting my money on
No, not at all.
I-20.
I made them look. I made the mistake of buying that I-20. So
But
I
it's
did
not
that so you didn't have
bad.
to.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but getting dressed and going to the store and giving your hard-on money,
Mhm.
that's a stretch.
Hennessy and Hydro is in my regular rotation of songs I listen to daily.
I
That
ain't mad at
song
that.
is so fucking dope. Um, Fighting in the Club, was that him? Or, was that his song or Chingy's song? I think.
I think that was him and Chingy, but I think that was on. Was that on the compilation?
Yeah, but
I don't know, but that song
fighting
was
in the
hard
club.
though.
Yeah, fighting in the club was one of those ones. Uh
Hard.
yeah, like Lil Fate, Shauna, even the thing that DTP pulled off in the R&B world with Bobby V
Bobby. Yeah.
and I forget the young lady's name, but
Like Shanice or something.
Monifa
Sharifa?
Sharifa. I think that
I
was
think that's it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think a DTP list would definitely be awesome.
No,
And
you're right.
yeah, man.
I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, CJ, man, I really appreciate you taking your time to fuck with me. I thought you was from North Carolina for a second too. I was like, this seemed like something I went to school with or something. Like this nigga right here cool as hell, man. I fuck with homie. I
That's
fuck
the
with
vibe we going for, bro. I'm telling. That's the people I connect with. I'll be
mhm.
like, yo, I would post up at the bar, watch the game with them.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Like that's kind of just on some
That's
regular chill
that's
shit.
that's exactly what you
Yeah,
give,
I
man.
appreciate that, bro. Real
Yeah,
talk.
absolutely, man. And definitely keep killing them. Anything you want to lead the people with before we get up out of here, man.
Hey man, appreciate it again. Culturalist Theory on YouTube, guys. Tap in. We're trying to do it big. Make sure you check out all the lists. We got Where Are They Nows? We got rankings, albums, labels, R&B, hip hop. We're going to enter the movies list pretty soon. We're going to enter the TV list pretty soon.
Fire.
It's we're going to expand the brand, and just try to do it big, man. So I appreciate that. Thank you for commenting too, man. The comments mean the world, bro. Real talk.
Absolutely, man. It's refreshing, man. It's refreshing. Like you said earlier, it makes you feel like something from back then, man. Definitely, man. Well, CJ, man, definitely show a lot of love and send my regard to your co-host as well. And man, y'all keep up the good work, and man. And like we always in, man, keep God first. And I promise everything else will work itself out, man. This is the Best Conversations Podcast exclusive. All right, man. Be easy, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.